Okay, and we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, a peculiar situation on a hillside, where the group is about to face off against two cultists and a shark.
Yep. And a partridge in a pear tree. No, wait, that's...
The pear tree is back down the hill a ways.
Yes.
It's also not very likely to put up much of a fight.
I can live with that. Sharks, though.
Although, let's see. Ent. No,
The best kind of ents are the ones that have fruit that they share with you.
Yeah, Koi asks, does the shark believe that fish are friends and not food? No. The shark's beliefs are much simpler than that. It believes food.
All the shark is thinking is nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we villainize sharks way too much. They're not thinking deep, like villainous thoughts. They're just thinking nom nom.
Right.
And that's what this shark is thinking right now.
Okay, the weather is heavily overcast. The sky has an almost a turquoise, almost greenish cast to it.
As if the sun were shining through water.
Yes.
And are there rippling shadows over everything as if it were sunlight through the surface of the ocean?
Well, moonlight at least.
Moonlight, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Very atmospheric. Very peculiar.
Very hydrospheric.
Mm-hmm. Also very, you need to consider, do you want to take on two cultists and a shark, or do you want to maybe find another way around?
I thought that was basically what we had decided, though.
Okay, that you were going to take on the shark and the cultists, or that you were going to go around? I should have watched more of last week's episode.
Well, we've been talking.
I think most of the group was in favor of going around the tree. Or no, that was. I don't know.
Well, I thought Shu kind of wanted to go and do it all herself, as you know, for always. And we were like, that's a really bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should just fight this, or like together.
Well, I mean, we're not the only ones at risk. If that shark doesn't fight us, what's it gonna do?
Oh, hello, Shu.
Hi.
It's gonna eat ghosts.
Well, it might, go after villagers or farmers or something. We don't want that.
Right. That's true. We don't want that.
So I guess we're decided we go after it so somebody else doesn't have to. That sound about right?
It would take longer, but,
It's something adventurers would do anyway.
Uh-huh. It's not like literally there, right? Like we don't get any shark fillets afterwards.
Maybe they're there.
And with that, Jilly does a sigh and says, maybe we shouldn't fight it after all.
If we don't get any food, what's the point?
I'm not saying I was motivated by shark fin soup.
But at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, do we see any clear ways around it?
You have a path up a hill. You have two cultists standing in the middle of it, and that shark sort of swimming around up and down the hillside between the clumps of trees on either side. Either side is forested and maybe difficult to peek through.
Have we determined that they are bad cultists and not friendly cultists?
Given that you have fishmen with that similar sort of phantasmal sheen to them, possibly wreaking merry havoc in the Cephalaville below. It might be a safe bet.
Oh, you think they're on the same team? Okay.
I'm putting that forth as a suggestion. A strong suggestion.
Sounds good to me.
Well, if we leave them here, will they just, that's the question, will they just sit here and guard, or will they start, like, going and wreaking havoc?
It's, give me an insight check.
Oh, are we rolling this one? Look, guys, because mine has been an asshole, we're using this today.
I like
Oh my
that
gosh.
one.
Huge.
Yeah,
It's like the size of a small apple.
I know. Ah. Yes. So if I, let's see, insight.
That's not it.
What? No, insight. What the hell are you talking about?
I kind of
Oh.
want to ride a phantasmal shark. That seems like that would be really cool.
Saria, it looks like you have a lot of skills.
Yeah,
And if you have training in insight, you ought to have a 5 in that.
yeah, 5. So that's, not for me.
D20 plus 5.
That's a 23.
Oh my.
Ooh, dang.
I like
Yeah, they are there explicitly to guard the route up the hill.
Oh, okay.
They are facing downward, and the shark is just sort of patrolling around them.
So my insight is telling me, guys, that they probably won't go and wreak havoc if we go around them. But my insight also tells me that we might get more XP if we fight them. So I guess it's up to us to decide on what we want to do.
Well,
Well, that's some metagaming. Yeah.
My insight also says loot and experience.
well, or actually, I mean, there are fictional characters who have said things like, "It's good training." So that's, you know, that's a non-meta way to say it.
But I like meta.
Well, yes.
I constantly do that kind of shit. Like when David's trying to point us in a direction and everybody's like, "But what about this?" And I'm like, you know, guys, I have a feeling that this weird sky god is telling us to go in this direction.
Am I really that
Fourth wall.
insistent?
No, it's not that. It's that this group sometimes has the oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Analysis paralysis?
Yes. Yes, we do. And I'm one of the few in here that gets a little antsy about it, probably because I'm also a GM and it's kind of like, okay, guys, move the story along. Let's go, let's go.
Meanwhile, what's happening elsewhere?
Yep.
I'll say this in character. You know, if we play our cards right on either side of the path, I think we can ambush the shark before fighting the cultists.
That could be smart.
Yeah, or we can grow the cultists.
That would be a good
Anyone
start.
got a rolled up newspaper? Well, it seems to me that at least some survival manuals say that that if a shark is coming around, they can sometimes be deterred by a sharp blow to the snout.
Ooh.
It's just like, you know, all I can think is I'm not going to be the first.
Well, come on, Coy. Give it a try.
Oh, God. You know, I really wish that I could talk to this shark and try to make it our friend, but I feel like that's not going to work here because it would be so much fun to, like, be like, hey, those cultists hate you. And they'd be a delicious snack.
You should try that.
You should eat them.
I think that's worth a try. Are you good at persuading?
Let me see. I am not, but I would try it anyway. Because that's the type of character and player I am.
Yeah.
That is a pretty baseline charisma. Check your inventory.
My inventory.
Oh,
You might just asking you to think back.
Oh, are you talking about my staff?
you may have some supernatural enhancement.
It does. I've been
Well, at the moment, the staff is just a +1/4 staff.
right.
I'm thinking of stuff you might have picked up on past adventures.
Oh. All right, let me check my past adventures.
Yeah. Loot from something else.
Let me...
Oh my God.
Let me see.
I think Johnson just had his insight.
I have a pair of lenses and a framework, which I was told were eyes of charming. In fact, I'm going to hand them off. Just sort of, here, try it with these on.
Oh.
Not the item I was thinking of, but that could work.
On the one hand, I would like to defeat a spectral shark. On the other hand, it would be really fun to see you to talk to one and then have it attack some cultists. I think that would be extra entertaining.
I think it would be hilarious.
I encourage you.
If I picked up something from some other time, well, what are you talking about? The potion?
I was thinking about that one.
Well,
If you hand off the potion of animal communication, someone else trained in persuasion could try using it. But the eyes of charming are an interesting take, too.
true.
Why not both?
Well, if you guys swap and you both talk to
True.
What I would do then, I would give one of you the roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, that would be so good.
Sure. Why don't we do that?
Okay. Who's getting the potion of animal communication? And I'm guessing Sarya gets the eyes of charming?
Because I can talk to animals. I have that spell. Well, who has really good persuasion?
Everyone
Yeah,
goes looking
that'd
at their
be
sheets.
Thagak or Julie.
Thagak.
I think we're roughly tied.
Yeah, let me see. Persuasion. Oh, well, yeah, actually, come to think of it, that's one of my expertise skills. So I have a total of, gosh, it comes up to a total of +6, and then yeah, between my expertise and my charisma and stuff, yeah, I've got like +6 in persuasion.
And I think a shark would be less likely to view you as a snack. Jilly, on the other hand, maybe.
Yeah, Thagak has, I have +5, but in a pinch I can re-roll because luck.
Ooh.
But if we were going to roll with advantage, I would go with the +6.
Yeah. So should I go ahead? Or have we? Just tell me when to drop the die.
So we're thinking Thagak then?
Okay, Sarya and Thagak are going to try to charm and persuade the Sky Shark into assaulting the cultists.
Yep.
Interesting approach. Okay, So I'm guessing, let's see, Thagak is going to make the persuasion check with advantage.
Right. Okay, let's see. So that's 21.
Ooh.
And the other roll is, okay. Oh, that's only 17.
Oh, putty woo.
Yeah, that was pathetic. So 21 is,
Good thing you had advantage. Okay, so
Hit it on the shark.
yeah, you get the shark's attention, and before it can, okay, Shu's trying again, and before it can properly come at you, you start talking at it. Shark, not a terribly bright animal, and its emotions are more along the lines of hungry, food.
Eat.
What?
Hungry.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm saying food. There.
so having gotten its attention is maybe not such a good thing.
Well, getting its attention is sort of a necessary evil in this case.
Yes.
Right. And direct its attention over to those nummy cultists.
Us icky, them nom nom nom.
Plus, Saria is using the eyes of charming, which means I believe I roll a wisdom save for the shark, or fail to in this case.
Can I interject with an idea that may help this along a little bit?
Okay.
Prestidigitation. The area between the cultists smells very, very faintly of blood.
Now it's got a highway.
To us, it won't smell like anything. To a frickin' shark, it's like a dinner bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Ding ding dinner.
Meanwhile, I believe some of the party are still injured from the last fight.
We
Yeah. I'm
we've
down,
tried
to, I'm down to 24 hit points from 31, so.
Yeah, so you've taken a few injuries, but fortunate. Oh, hello, Shu. Let's try this again. And we can hear you.
Yeah, it suddenly occurs to me that I was injured earlier, so there is blood in the air.
Yeah, if not for Jilly's prestidigitation, I might have had to remove some of that advantage.
Maybe it was just a bruise.
yeah.
No, the Sahagin were using spears.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the shark actually looks at you, Thagak, sort of sidles up next to you, and if you didn't know better, you'd say it was sniffing you.
Okay.
And with a sort of mild disappointment, it says, sure looks like blood. I think I'll go up there. Thanks.
Oh.
Okay.
Good shark.
Can we keep him?
Yeah, like
Probably not.
I have a feeling it's probably going to turn on us afterwards, maybe, but we'll see. It's okay. I'll charm we'll end up charming other animals as we go
if
on.
it does turn on us, they're going to have injured it defending themselves anyway. So it's better in every way. You bring up a good point, though. We should be ready for that.
Yeah, you get to take the winners. And so the cult. So, are you going to follow the shark up, or are you just going to wait for nature to take its course, so to speak?
Well, I'll just sit back and watch nature take the main course.
I think we'll just watch the show.
Well, I think we should get up there even if we don't immediately engage. Maybe. Like try to sneak up, maybe. Although it is hard to sneak to the top of the hill. But...
Well, and the weather is kind of weird right now, so you have a certain amount of cover from that. Plus, the cultists are going to be really distracted in a moment.
Yes.
Yes.
Though we could probably just
As the shark
Run by.
comes along, chomp. And ooh. Ooh. How? Yeah, the shark sort of comes sidling up. You hear one of the cultists say, oh, he's come back. Ow! Ow! Just quick, dispel it, dispel it, dispel it!
Uh-huh.
What are you guys doing at this point now that...
Now I'm thinking of Yosemite Sam's Black Knight. Lower the drawbridge, lower the drawbridge, lower the drawbridge. Close it, close it.
Well, first I'm grinning.
Mm-hmm. That's a free action.
Yes.
You can get several of them in on your action.
Yeah.
What about active action stuff?
Let's see.
For that matter, I feel maybe I should have you all, I don't know, roll for initiative.
Oh, pish posh.
Why not?
Fish wash. Woo! Oh dear.
Both of them?
D20 plus your initiative modifier, please. It's time.
Ah, 11.
Let's figure out the stack.
Not the worst it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, numbers are coming up in chat. Got it. Let's see. Saria has a 15. Thagak has a 14. Nice grouping. Warren has a 19. Gilly has a 9.
That was Tess.
Oh, that was Tess. Okay. And woo. Yeah, initiative seems like one of those things that you don't need to worry too much about getting a high number on because of the cyclical nature of combat. Still, I can see a desire to go first or earlier.
Sometimes that first round can make all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, James is right about that.
Yeah, I'll give the PC the action before the NPC. So... Yeah, this shark is, by the way, a huge animal. It is 30 feet long.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That maybe should have influenced your persuasion of it as well. But you did have certain edges on it that, yeah, let's not worry about that now. Warren, going at 19. He types in his action. Okay, firing an arrow at the non-bitten cultist.
Yeah, make him bleed too.
Mm-hmm. That is going to hit the giant shark.
Oh no!
I mean, not the giant shark. I was rolling cultists. Pardon me. I was looking at the wrong page.
I was gonna
say
shark right now.
Yeah, no.
Nobody crit, okay? Nobody crit fail, because if we start attacking the shark, we're fucked. Although that would be hilarious.
It might go
For
into
2
some kind of
seconds.
Don't you hit my arm now.
It might, but if it's intelligent enough to speak, it's probably intelligent to go, right, fuck you guys and attack us.
Well, let's face it.
In its frenzy.
Sagak had animal communication up from a potion, and let's face it, the shark is not a big conversationalist.
No.
Wow.
Swim hungry.
Still.
Just don't hit my nom-nom and we're fine.
Don't hit your what?
Nom-nom.
Aww. Do we have a pet shark now? Oh boy.
At the
That's
moment,
gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
At the moment, let's see. Shark does 12 points piercing. That takes him down to that. Let's see. Next, the shark. And side note, the shark has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points.
I'm sorry you went all chopping. I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, sorry. The shark has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points.
Great. And that's pretty much just about all of us, isn't it?
A goodly number of you, I believe.
Uh-huh.
It also applies to both of the cultists currently.
Right.
Yes, but
I think that's not going to be its primary focus right now.
Right now, yeah, its primary focus is those cultists, and it managed to hit. And, well, let's see. Given how much damage it does. Oh. Yeah, that was kind of a weak bite for it. But it still managed to bite one of the cultists in half.
Oh.
30-foot shark, 6-foot cultists. Yeah,
that seems like a likely outcome. I hope he's full after those two.
Everybody else is shocked, and I'm just yes.
You think it's like Matt typed in chat. I think it was Matt. Bet you can't eat just one.
Saphir isn't shocked or grossed out. Saphir is just grinning like, woo! And just has this huge grin.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, with the scar on his mouth looks kind of crazy. It's just a little bit.
Okay. Then we come down to Gilly. Are you still maintaining concentration on the... Now, does the prestidigitation require concentration?
I don't think it does. I think that's maybe one of those things that just lasts for a short amount of time, but I can book here.
I thought it was concentration up to a minute, but at the moment, I'm pretty satisfied with the job it did. So I am going to, in fact, let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Just last for an hour. It's not even concentration.
Oh.
Well, fancy that. Okay, so Jilly can let that, doesn't even need to worry about letting it go. You can just go ahead and do some other stuff if you like. And what other stuff are you going to do? You have a fully hit-pointed shark. I doubt it's full yet. And you have one wounded cultist.
I make a cultist sickle.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
Throwing some frost at it, eh?
I am.
A 20 will hit, doing how much damage?
It's an unnatural 20. And 9 damage.
Yeah, he is looking none too happy.
Huzzah!
And he is fumbling with a staff. Well, he's in the process of about to fumble with the staff to do something with the something with it. It's hard to tell what. Saria,
Yes.
doing anything or just standing back and watching the spray?
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of metaphors and similes for putting this into a song.
I don't really have,
A whole lot of ranged stuff.
yeah, a whole lot of range stuff right now. So,
let's see. Saria. Scimitar, quarterstaff. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of regular attacks.
mhm.
You have other options available to you. Any ideas?
With one magic work can you expel a spell slot?
What?
Something.
Whose turn are we on?
We're on Saria's turn. I think she's looking over her sheet trying to decide.
Mhm.
One of these days, maybe I should pick up those spell cards.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, druid spells work like regular spells.
Yeah. How do you like the spell cards? I mean, I was curious about picking those up for my players.
I like them.
Yeah. I wonder
Well,
if
you have a certain number of levels of spell you can cast a day.
Yeah.
Druid spells are prepared, so if I remember right, you have all the spells that are on the list, but you have to choose which ones are prepared. And from those that you choose to have prepared, you can expend a spell slot to cast one of those. It's not like you have 3 slots dedicated to this, 1 slot to this. It's like these are the spells you have prepared, and these are the slots you can use to fuel them.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. She's under advisement from a spell coach.
Or you so you can use any of them.
Now, there is a spell that might come in handy. Let's see. Just because this is a player that has not had to deal with D&D before, one spell in particular pops into mind. Range is 60 feet, which ought to be close enough.
I wish I could dig in that shark. Although that wouldn't help us later if it turns on us.
Uh-huh.
Okay, may I point out the spell Fairy Fire?
Yes.
Yeah, each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Any creature in that area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Is that something we were worried about?
Well, it's something that might help future attackers.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Plus, fish, the shark being semi-invisible it's probably harder to see, which might improve its AC.
You haven't had that problem with the Sahagin.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I can't really think of much else to do.
Need to check that one other thing on there. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object, not just melee. So, yeah, this would benefit the bowman.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, casting Fairy Fire on that area where that cultist and the shark are. And we're going to make some dex saves. And what is the spell save on those? I believe it is 12? Or 13, rather. Yeah. So,
Was it?
check one other thing from the other book. Oh, dear. Yeah, what color do you want?
Pink.
No hesitation. None.
Okay, pink wasn't one of the offerings, but you do get a sort of light. You do get a sort of fuchsia.
Sorry.
You do get a sort of a fuchsia glow around them.
Okay,
Purple.
violet is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted something to annoy the cultist. So yeah, violet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so all future attacks on the shark and the cultist have advantage. Thagak.
Well, let's see. Is there an unwounded cultist?
No.
Okay. Well, then,
There were 2 cultists and a shark. The shark just took out one of the cultists.
right. Good-o. Well, then,
The other has been injured by Warren's shot and Jilly's frost ray.
well, I'm going to get the other one.
Okay.
Attack. That's cocked. Oh my goodness. Yes, that comes to 20. Not
That
enough.
hits.
And that's a D8 plus wait a minute. I think it's plus 2.
D8 plus stuff.
Well, the attack bonus is plus 2. If that adds to damage as well, D8 plus 2, if you wouldn't mind rolling it. I don't have a D8 handy.
Okay. Your D8 roll today is, the roll is a 5, so that would be 7. 7 damage on the cultist. Actually, what ranged weapon are you using?
Actually, I didn't have a ranged weapon, so if I'm not close enough,
You have to run up, and you're
Yeah.
some distance away to stay out of the... Yeah, you can't actually attack this round, but you can get up there.
okay, in that case, I won't attack. I'll just close ranks.
Okay.
Close.
Saphir. Shu, your
How
turn.
many?
What is
I
Saphir doing?
know.
Gesundheit, by the way.
I know. I'm trying to lie. Stop interrupting. How many cultists are still alive?
1.
Uh,
And 1 shark.
Do we have any inclination of keeping the cultists alive for questioning?
I
All
think that
right.
was a quiz. I think that was a question to the group.
Couldn't be a bad
Yeah.
idea. I mean, they seem to be guarding something. Getting information
Yeah.
about that something might be useful.
All right. Okay. So there's only so far Saphir would let questioning go, but at any rate, I'm gonna go to the cultists, like straight up grab them up, and they're already pretty hurt, right?
Yes.
And have just seen their fellow cultists get bit in half. So this is a prime moment to ask some hard questions. I'm gonna grab up the cultist by the scruff of the neck, get him in try to get him in a headlock.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's a
holding a staff, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. And I'm gonna try to figure out how many things they can do in one turn. Can I knock the staff away and put the cultist in a headlock in the same turn?
Well, that would be 2 actions. Yeah, disarming and grabbing, 2 different things. Sorry.
All right. Well, I don't think Saphir doesn't know a lot about magic, so I think it's like a vulnerability of his that he would just let the guy keep his staff. So yeah, just that's true. That's true. But maybe we can talk to it again. So I'm gonna grab up the cultist and get him in a headlock and say, "Can you think of anything useful that would keep me from killing you? If so, this is the time to spit it out."
There's still a lot about machines that we don't understand. Gather as much data as
I can make an intimidation check for that as well.
Yeah, I would like you. Well, okay. Actually, first you're going to have to grab him.
Oh yeah, opposed athletics. 19 plus. What is my athletics? Let's see. 19 plus.
Checking Saphir's sheet.
You can salvage the requested material from smaller machine like
I know I have.
finding one intact.
I know I have a.
The part is easily damaged when the machine housing it is destroyed.
Hang on, I'm trying to load it up on TNT Beyond and it's not loading. All right, here we go.
Let's go take out some small ones.
Actually, did I have a?
As always,
Oh, I do have a character matrix for this, don't I?
Where's okay, yeah. 19 plus 7.
Athletics is that would be 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can grab him up easily enough, and you have him in that headlock, and this would be an interesting time to ask him the very pointed questions.
Would the headlock give me advantage on an intimidation check? Would it?
I suppose it could.
Okay.
I will give that to you because
I didn't even need it because my first roll was 18. So 18 plus 6.
24.
Yeah, to intimidate and say, "Hey, spit out some useful information if you don't want me to kill you right away."
I can dispel the shark.
I don't know. We're getting kind of fond of him. All right, go ahead.
And Fagak, you're a little closer now, so you can hear the shark say, "Hey, I was eating that."
In that case,
sorry, man.
In that case, I'll just sort of step back from the cultists and make an after you, Alphonse gesture.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold my finger up to the shark. Like 1 second.
No, you can't understand the shark, so.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, someone used. Yeah, it was either Sarya's "Speak with Animals."
Yeah, it's only the
Right.
two of us.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's more of
Or
a to let you guys know I'm questioning this guy. But
that potion event. Yeah.
I want to say, so what lets you control the shark, dispel the shark? That this circle you guys were doing?
It's a right.
He says proudly.
So it's magic you got in your brain?
Yeah.
All right. Why'd you summon the shark in the first goddamn place?
Hey, they patrol.
What does that mean?
They patrol and they make an ugly mess of whatever they find.
That doesn't answer the question of why. Why did you come to this town, which is not near the ocean, and bring sharks? Why you gotta? Why?
Okay, you got him. Okay, the point of the action is intimidation to
Right.
get him more cooperative, perhaps.
Mhm.
In the meantime, though, we are in combat and other things are happening, so let's
Right,
keep that
okay.
moving.
All right,
Yes.
all right, all right.
All right. Oh man. We changed directions partway through the round.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is try to assist with getting information out of the cultist via distracting the shark.
He claims he can dispel the shark, so I told him to do it, but
it's going to be a little part of a round before he can do that, and I don't want the shark to find
oh
anyone else in
yeah,
half.
if it's a right, that's going to take some
End
time.
up attacking you, and there's nothing we can do about it when the shark attacks you now. Like you've already, like you basically interrupted what the shark was doing, and the shark is like, "That was my lunch," and now.
Well, we can speculate, but we don't know what the shark is going to do until
right,
it does it.
but I mean, it may be speculation, but it's probably going to happen. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to pin my hopes upon the shark actually being dispelled. But what I will do is, as my bonus action, I will rage. I will run up behind the shark, and I will start chopping at its tail. And I will call it ugly. I am also going to attack recklessly because if it already has advantage, probably for most things, I might as well do that.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully the shark will attack me and not, say, the cultist and kill the source of information we have.
Yeah, and maybe take a bite out of Saphir in the process.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All sorts of ugly outcomes.
Let's see if a total of 21 hits. I'm hoping it does because it's a pretty big fish.
It is a very big fish, and that hits.
All right. I do 8 damage, hopefully, with my silvered battle axe.
8 damage with a silvered battle axe.
All right. And,
okay. You managed to take a little chunk out of it.
It looks tasty.
Yeah. At this point, it might be worthwhile to point out 30-foot shark, 6-foot cultist. The shark may be the toughest thing here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping the cultist is going to dispel it, and he will have time to do that before the shark bites him in half, which I'm providing to him.
Yeah, the man who'd been running along with you, Father Elspeth Walter. Why did I choose a name like that? And comes sort of running up next to the group and says, "Well, get to dispelling."
Yeah, and I'll go to the cultist. I'll be like, "You heard the man. Better work fast because you're on the menu."
Yeah, cough drop? Yeah. Anyway.
What?
Yeah, as the shark is just sort of rearing up and going, "Ow!" The cultist raises the staff, and the shark sort of dissolves into a bit of lightning that just flies up back into the sky.
I killed it.
Yeah, well, the important thing is that you're sure you did.
No, it's fine.
Shark no longer in initiative. And that's okay. Then we come to, well, let's see. Then you have the cultist in a headlock.
Yeah.
Well, aren't we generous?
He still doesn't seem all that cooperative. He did dispel the shark out of self-interest, but
Wow.
how much more are you willing to rely on him for? Given that it is 6-1,
I think we should start with who do you work for? Maybe.
Is that a stag where you're riding a stag?
Yeah.
Protesta is at the top of the hill. He's commanding the storm. You're not going to stop him that easily.
Someone wearing a red hood.
Watch us.
The storm is never so easily contained. You should know that, he says, looking at Walter. I'm just taking us out of initiative at this point because, yeah. 7 of you, 1 of him. Yeah, what fun is that?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to go. Why don't you help us stop it?
Like, miss all the fun?
I don't know. You like being alive or not?
Being alive is pretty fun.
You're gonna die sooner or later anyway.
Dying sooner is less fun.
Man, I gave you a chance. Help us or it ends now. That's what you got.
Nope, not gonna help you.
I'm just going to kill him. Like, Zafir is not a person with patience for games. I'm probably just going to, like, take my knife and, like, go with it.
Messy, but okay. Still,
like, I'm done fucking with this guy. I said I won't kill you if you help us through information or action, and you refused. So that's the end of dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just gonna.
It's a bargain.
Just gonna cut his throat. Although I will say, I don't know if the rest of you noticed this, but before I do it, I think Saphir has the habit of looking at Jilly so that she can turn away if she wants. I don't know if she actually cares, but Saphir has this idea that she cares.
Yeah, Julie will take her up on that.
All right.
Julie is suddenly very interested in the contents of the pouch.
Exactly. Chili's not so, it's so into the throat cutting. So yeah, just, and I'll just drop him, be like, all right, let's get going. We've got a hill to climb. like it wasn't even no thing. Like that was so casual.
Okay, so people are just leaving the bodies there and climbing up the hill farther?
Yeah. I mean, unless somebody thinks that they're useful, but I'm just gonna leave them there.
Sounds like that red hood was a gift of some sort.
Search the bodies. Well, might as well. Just in case they have some
What if they don't want
evil cultist medallions on them that need to be destroyed or things of that nature.
Well, they do have cultist symbols, which is a boxed grid inside a circle.
Does it
Oh, it's a shark cage.
like an Eggo?
Not exactly like an Eggo. It's a square. Okay, it is a square. Okay, inside the circle there is a square, and that square has a grid pattern inside it.
So they've circled the square.
They've circled the square.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, Walter explains to you. Yeah, Yeah, follower. Yeah, the priests of Gillagius come in two varieties. These were working for the ones who want to see Gillagius free. Note the breaks in the circle.
Right.
He shows you a medallion of his own. The difference is the circle on this one is intact.
Wait.
Ah.
Walter is showing us this?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
Fun little bit of I guess religious trivia there.
Mm.
Walter is wearing generally dark clothes and some rain gear and carrying a harpoon.
Uh-huh.
It does tend to be dark, though.
Can you just briefly tell me who he is?
Elspeth Walter.
Goodness.
Is the current priest at the Temple of Arken at the bottom of the hill in Cephalotville.
Oh.
Right.
Yes, it turns out he is also, semi-secretly, a priest of the faction of Gillagius that wants to keep the god contained.
Right. And he chose Cephalotville because Gillagius is a cephalopod.
Well,
Wow.
he revealed to me that he's here because of what the other dudes are trying.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
it didn't follow him. He followed it. So.
Yeah, Curtesta has been making some sort of move inland. Curtesta is the one I'm after.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So, what's our game plan here?
Presumably he's at the top of the hill, although this seems like an early move for him.
Early.
What should we be prepared for?
He'll have other denizens of the sea, or at least representations of them.
Mm-hmm.
Be ready for just about anything.
Why do you say early?
Because this has happened quickly enough after your arrival has destabilized things that I'm not sure he's found what he's looking for yet. We'll have to ask him when we get up there. I should be saying that much more gruffly. We'll have to ask him that when we get up there.
Hopefully he's more forthcoming than the last guy. I gesture back towards the corpse.
Yeah, he won't be. Odds are he's barking mad.
Well,
fair enough.
I'm not very good with human interaction, but generally what I've noticed is the barking mad like to talk about their plans.
Not all of them do.
Well, we'll find out when we get there. Let's get moving.
Right. And you hasten up the hill.
Awesome.
Now, proceeding with caution, stealthily, how are we going?
Well, that depends on how much they know about where we are.
I think we should just run on up there. I don't know. Or my character thinks that. I, the player, think we should be stealthy, but my character's, unless somebody stops him, is probably just gonna like.
Leroy Jenkins?
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, he is so done with this shit.
Julie will suggest stealth. Try and approach this quietly.
All right.
Wow. I could see some proceeding with caution while still making good time.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's probably our best bet. That's what we'll do then.
Okay. So, proceeding up at a quiet pace, hopefully. You hope.
Hmm.
I would
A
like
nice compromise.
Stealthy.
I would like a stealth check from everybody, please.
That's my favorite kind of check.
I do not have it, but I will roll anyway.
You have it, you just don't have any sort of proficiency in it.
Exactly.
So that's just going to be your base dex modifier.
Well,
I got an 8!
Oh dear.
Heart's humming on the way.
Okay, we have an 8, a 2, 2 10s, a 13, a 14.
I just love how excitedly you said that.
mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that
really
was
sold
an
it.
Order of the Stick reference.
Very nice.
Hi, Cat.
Yeah, and you start start cresting the hill there, and there are two of these strange shaped things. They look like fish, except they're sort of vertical and have these long tails. That makes them look decidedly unusual.
What?
Okay, some sort of vertical fish with a snout and a long tail.
How big?
Like a seahorse?
We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that moniker, seahorse.
All right.
They are large.
All right.
Well, that's probably not good.
How many people are up there?
Okay. There are 4 figures. One is a figure that wears the circle and circle and cage of Gillagius with some pride. There are those 2 10 feet tall seahorses, sort of parked there and looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look rideable?
Do they have saddles?
They do not have
Yeah.
saddles.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Wish.
That's too bad. Yeah. Having your druid ride around on a seahorse would be pretty rad.
Having your druid ride up a mountain on a seahorse would be fantastic.
My God, it's amazing.
If we can make that happen, guys.
I would be the coolest fucking druid ever.
Undoubtedly.
Mhm.
Team goals. It only has to be a goal.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
happening yet.
And yeah, okay. Like I said, there are 4 figures up there. One is a man with a staff and the storm of Gillagius fairly prominently displayed. 2 seahorses, and there is a 4th figure sort of in the underbrush near the stone circle at the top of the hill.
In the underbrush, like crouching, like hiding?
Like hiding, yes.
Is it Warren?
It is not Warren.
So
And there
there's
is
a
a-
leader, 2 others, 2 seahorses, and then
Leader, 1 other, sort of in concealment, and 2 seahorses.
Oh, so when you said 4 figures, you were counting the beasties. Okay, cool.
Yes, I was counting the beasties.
Wow, that's way easier than I thought. Okay.
And when you start cresting the hill, from the underbrush you hear, "It seems the locals aren't pleased with your games.
Oh.
I'm becoming increasingly displeased as well. We shall talk about this once we dispatch them."
Oh, okay.
Are they talking to us?
Well, Okay.
Who hears this voice?
The voice coming from the underbrush can only charitably be described as female, and it appears to be directed to the man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Who
they're.
you would kind of have to assume is Kurtetska.
Who?
Kurtesta. The name of the major Gillagius cultist who is up here trying to, well, do something.
Can I just say it takes a lot for Saria to not like bust out and be like, yeah, we're not excited with your games at all. You. But I'm trying.
I think like if I notice Saria's trouble biting her tongue, I'll just give her like a pat on the back, like, I know, girl, I know.
Yeah. So that makes not having stealth that much more entertaining. Still, it looks like we are about to have a fight on our hands.
Yes.
Ooh, initiative.
Between you 7 and those 4. So the question is, how much can a giant seahorse do?
Oh.
Yep.
Well, it depends, and we're going to see.
And who that 4th figure is. Can I get some initiative rolls, please?
Yes.
And come to think of it, I need to make a few of them myself. For them, 1 for her, 1 for him.
Not damn it.
Oh dear.
I forgot to add.
Poor Thagak.
Four.
Okay.
What are we rolling this time?
Just initiative, and
Oh, right.
I
Okay,
already have
sorry.
numbers from a lot of people, and okay, there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 15. Poor Thagak.
Yes.
Dude has it.
One day I'm going to get a turn.
Let's move this bookmark over here, and we note some other people's numbers. Saria has a 16. Tess has a 17. Jilly has a 14. Bagak has a 4. Saphir has 13.
Rubbing it in, don't you?
And James has 17. Wait, let's see.
I think you counted me twice.
I did. Let's see. Yeah, Thagak has a 4.
Wow.
Coy, did you roll initiative? Oh, yeah, you did roll initiative. You got a 19 there at the very top, now that I see it.
Oh.
Now, let me stick things in order here.
Oh yeah, it's hard to tell because it's at the bottom of his other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's keep rubbing in the fact that he got a 4. Like, nice, guys.
Wait, what? Thagak got a 4?
Thagak got a 4. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. Is there anybody here who hasn't said it yet? Because it's your turn.
Oh, did Thagak get a 4?
Yeah, did he?
Oh.
Did they get
Okay,
a 4?
good.
Oh my god, a 4?
What?
It's all out of your system. Good. Good.
I'm not
You shouldn't feel too bad about getting a 4.
I hope you do too.
Could happen to any one of you.
I know. And the best thing is, like, I really hope, like, next time we roll initiative, like, Koi gets a 1. Because I'm totally going to do this to him.
It could happen.
I know.
Be like, hey, remember that time Thagat got a 4? Well, you got a 1.
Yeah. Remember that time? Well, guess what?
It's your turn. Bend over. Yeah.
I don't feel too bad about getting a 4. Everybody rolls a 4 sometimes.
Yep. Yes, well, I'll still, like, tease you with pointlessly rolling an actual 1.
Ooh.
As your girl.
How close is everybody getting?
Yeah. What?
I think you're about within firing range.
I would imagine.
Well, I may actually be in firing range eventually.
Soon it could happen. Yeah, that woman in the underbrush chooses to stay undercover for the moment. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and you do hear from the underbrush, I may have to rely on them for what I need.
Oh, God. That's not good.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. In fact, let's see. What charismas do we have in the party here?
15.
Score or charisma save?
Scores.
10.
8.
Oh, charisma save?
Well, just
Not a save, just a
not
score.
just your charisma scores. Just looking at what we have here. Let's see. Jilly's got a 16. Saphir has a 17. Thagak has a 15. Yes, charisma.
It says here my charisma's 18.
Yep.
Whatever.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
We wanted to do that for your spell casting.
Yeah.
I have 17, but I don't know where you would have gotten 18.
I love that the super carrot. Wait, you weren't saying you have 17. Never mind. Oh, I don't know. Then
Saphir has good strength and good charisma, and everything else is pretty middling.
it's true. All right.
Strong of body, strong of mind, or at least personality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very charming. It's because I'm polite and I have good manners, and Saphir's a good boy.
I like the idea of people saying, I'm very charming.
Anyway, there she is, just hiding in the underbrush, apparently doing nothing. What is Warren doing? He's next in the order.
So wait, like she is one of the cultists, but she doesn't like these particular cultists, so she's waiting for us to fuck them up.
She's not taking this particular action to come out of the brush.
Right.
I know, right?
That's a little shady, but okay.
Taking aim at the HMFIC.
Mm-hmm.
HMFIC. Oh, there that is, yeah.
What?
Koi. Oh, the cultist with the staff. 21 will hit, and that will do the 11 points of damage. Just juggling windows right now.
I feel like everybody should know what it stands for.
Oh.
They deserve to know.
turns out I hadn't filled out this particular part of the encounter sheet, and I just need to take a moment and do that because
Well,
certain details. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so now that I got the now that I got stuff kind of together again, kind of, only kind of. Get back to the correct window. Note 11 damage to him. Okay, you injure the cultist with the staff. He still looks pretty okay. Tess?
Wait, what did he do? He's
Yeah, Warren just took a yeah, he hasn't gone in the initiative order yet, so we don't know what he's doing. But let's see. Warren has taken a stab at Curteste and connected.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is try to intimidate them. So I'll say, that was just a wording shot. Tell us who you are and what you're trying to do here. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for you. And I'll try to look scary. Hey, wow, that's actually not too terribly bad. I got a 17.
And that is an opposed check, I believe.
Makes sense. Probably versus like a charisma save or something like that. It's like I rolled an 18 and my -1 turned that into a 17. So that's still fairly decent.
Let's see. That. The gentleman with the staff says, I will not be so easily swayed.
Well,
the seahorses rear back a little bit.
Wow, did I intimidate the seahorses?
Actually, without the ability to communicate with them, really, no, you wouldn't. So never mind that.
I mean, in theory, I can cast Speak with Animals as a ritual, but that takes 10 minutes of me dinking around.
You don't have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Come on, guys, I got to intimidate your seahorses. Let me cast this spell here.
Let me do this.
I've got it.
Yeah, but yeah, from the brush you hear, mercy for an old lady. I just want my bag back.
What?
An old lady.
Old lady says she wants her bag back.
And in the bushes that said that?
The one in the bushes said
The
that.
bag of storm summoning.
That's not good.
Okay,
We'll see.
We'll see, indeed. We come to Saria.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know I have no ranged weapons. I kind of almost want to talk to the seahorse. Are you sure about this?
Alert. The description of a female
Does
resistance
this
movement with
seahorse
red hair.
thing look like it was
Well, if it's the same person,
summoned?
why would she
Like
have
It
photos photographs?
yeah, it has that same sort of phantasmal sheen on it.
It's either the killer or an
does it
accomplice.
seem like confused as to
Don't talk to
where it is or anything, or
Nope, makes perfect sense to it.
does it now?
It's just looking around and being alert.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to talk to it anyway.
Okay. And what are you? Okay, casting speak with animals on yourself, I bet, and saying.
I'm going to
I
ask.
see horses.
I'm going to ask it what it's doing in this sort of crowd.
Well, he just brought me in this way.
Oh,
He's trying to do a thing, and he says he can cover the earth with water. That means more grazing for me.
oh, I see.
Well, you've started conversation.
Yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts. Are you trying to get any particular action or inaction out of it?
Just ask her not to attack us, maybe. Or, I don't know.
I will ask, are you planning on, well, I will at least tell it, yes, I could see how that would be a good thing for you. I take it that if he asks you to attack people that are trying to stop him, you're going to do that then.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't bother you that he's probably going to kill, like, all other life in the process of this? Like everything that doesn't swim?
Stuff that doesn't swim? I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of creatures that I take care of. Things.
And I can never deal with them.
Right.
Well, meanwhile, you're... Okay, give me a persuade roll to try to get it not to attack.
Okay.
Come to think of it, you still have the eyes of charming, don't you?
I do. I haven't taken those off because I wasn't really thinking about that.
Yeah.
They just fit.
Absent-mindedly rocking the hot rural librarian look, I guess.
Yep. I rolled a 16.
Well, let me check up on those
Those eyes.
eyes. Mm-hmm. Eyes of charming. Okay, this is a use of them, and it has to save. Ooh. Okay, charming it doesn't work. You still get a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Unless you've made that already.
Yeah, that's a 16.
That was a 16?
Uh,
which is resisted that way, and what kind of things do you have up here? I don't get up this way very often. So for the moment, at least one of them is not going to attack.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Elspeth is going to rush the guy with the staff and try to stab. Yeah, those video game noises, I believe, are coming from Crow.
Yeah, they are. Sorry.
That's going to hit. He's a normal-sized creature. He's going to do that with the staff. Ooh, not bad.
All right.
Just gonna go for the sales point.
No, that's okay.
I'm not sure which of those. Sorry, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, Elspeth has rushed up and stabbed at Curteste with a harpoon. Jilly.
Is Elspeth the person in the underbrush?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit there.
Is Elspeth the person in the underbrush?
You're still breaking up, babe. We can't understand you.
Yeah. One more time, please. Slower.
Is Elspeth the person hiding?
Elspeth is the person who came up the hill with you. He is the priest of Arcane, who is also a priest of the Gillagius containment force, let's call
Can
him.
we just keep calling him Walter then?
Okay, let's keep calling him Walter.
All right, because that's what we know him as.
And for some reason, I can't say his name today.
It's okay.
I have stories about names from other games that curl your hair, but yeah. Anyway, Jilly.
I'm going to try and rock a persuasion.
On whom?
The person in the bush. If you want your bag back, you better help us. Because we're not just gonna give away the stuff we find.
Okay, and you're rolling persuasion, and I'm going to roll resist.
I have an 18 after bonuses, but I did use up one more luck. So I've only got one more luck in the game session.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. Yeah, what you hear from the underbrush is, it's not that simple. I need to make a new bag. And for that, I need the right materials. It's at this point you might start getting a feeling of foreboding from the fact that she's hiding in the brush like that.
Oh, dear.
There may be extenuating circumstances why your persuade may or may not have worked. Saphir.
Yeah. Well, the bag has to be made out of a very specific kind of leather, you see.
Yeah, not disconcerting at all.
And from the brush, stop foreshadowing.
I don't think it's foreshadowing at this point. I think it's like
raising the question. Saphir, what are you doing?
honestly, this is a terrible idea tactically, but I'm pretty sure Saphir is just gonna like immediately try to take out the leader.
Going after the head cultist?
Yeah.
All right. And you're going to take a roll on him?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna bring up my sheet again. All right. 17 plus 7
is 24. That'll hit.
Okay, and then 1d10 plus 5. I rolled 10, so 15 damage.
Another 15 damage on the guy who hasn't even gone yet.
Usually, Saphir considers it below him to attack people who aren't being hostile, but in this case, the dude's being hostile to an entire village, so the rules shift a little.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Yeah. In other words, fuck this guy.
He's being
Okay. Now, this gets a little dicey because, well, let's see. It's his action. He's got 3 different people stabbing at him. Warren, Walter, and Saphir.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there are already people attacking him?
there
Never
have
mind.
been, yes. Oh,
I totally missed that. I thought they were attacking someone else. Never mind. Go on.
yeah, we've had 3 different attacks on Curtesta so far. Well, 2
That's
different
the
attacks
leader.
and Saphir's, yes.
Okay, cool. Is Walter helping?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He was one of the 3 that hit.
Yeah. Love that guy.
Yeah, now with that particularly nasty turn, Curtesti looks over at the underbrush and says, "You know the funny thing about storms? The winds can change suddenly." He raises his staff to the sky. He raises his staff over his head. And transforms into, you would have to guess, a similar volume of water. And just sort of splashes to the ground. So he's buggered off, at least for the time being.
Saphir literally just is like, come on.
I thought he was going to do something.
After you did, okay, over 3 hits, 34 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That more than anything else may have persuaded him to delay his plans.
I intimidated him. You all saw it. He ran away the first chance he had.
But
I'm just saying that people beating his ass down might have had something to do with that too.
it's
They
also kind of messed
underscored the
up,
point
though,
there.
that he indicated the bushes right before he fucked off, though, because that makes me think that what the person in the bushes is part of the way the winds can change, which is not a good feeling.
Yeah, hard to say what's going on there. It's particularly hard to tell with Cultists of Gillagius because the pro-release ones tend to be fucking nuts. Let's see, we still have 1 seahorse that can make an attack, and
Seahorses.
yeah, let's see, yeah, shy, colorful creatures with a kind of remarkable charge attack once you get down to it, and
Oh no.
that 1 seahorse is going to attack at, let's see, oh, we ought to dig up that sheet as well, but in the meantime, yeah, where he's going to charge at Warren. Armor class 18. Row indeed. Ooh. Yeah, shy, colorful creature, but if it has far enough to charge, it can build up quite a lot of speed. And even out of water, this one seems dangerous. It just headbutted. Yeah, the seahorse just headbutted the Dragonborn for 16 points of damage.
Fuck.
Are they flying or
They are hovering above the ground.
They're
Well,
in
it's
an
like-
act that looks an awful lot like swimming.
Like they're swimming, only they can swim in the air because they're summoned.
Right, and they are summoned and phantasmal, although that was a solid enough hit. I also need Warren to make a strength save. He has time to squeak. He has time to squeak out an ouch while he's still skidding along the ground. Now, Warren, like I said, Coy, I need a strength save for Warren.
That's hilarious.
Coy, can I get a strength save? Okay, there we go. Yeah, you managed to stay. You managed to stay upright enough. This thing could have knocked you down. Now, with all this stuff going on, yeah, that one seahorse talking to Sarius said, maybe I should have done something there. Well, anyway, you were telling me about animals.
Yeah.
And so Thagak.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm basically going to follow Walter's lead. Whatever he's doing, I'll do more of that.
Okay, well, Walter had stabbed at Curteste, but then Curteste wet himself.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Leaving Walter without a target, and therefore leaving you without a target.
Well, I guess no point in pulling out a blow dryer to try to evaporate Curteste. Well, okay, actually, Warren just got headbutted, so I think that needs to be redressed.
Okay, so Thagak is going to attack the seahorse that attacked Warren.
Yep. And let's see. Oh. Yeah, okay. So that's it until next combat round when I go back on my my initiative of 8 or 4 again, or whatever it is.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4, so that's become 6.
Sorry.
So that's okay. You know where to find me when my turn comes up again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we had a whole bunch of people charge into the area in order to attack the head cultist, apparently, or talk to the seahorse, or attack the seahorse.
Wait, who attacked the seahorse?
There are 2 seahorses, remember. One is talking to you, Sora. No one has attacked that one yet. But the other one had charged Warren, nearly knocked him over, and Thagak took a swing unsuccessfully at it. Now, here's the problem. Remember that figure from inside the brush?
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes on out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A fairly horrible thing. A drip with seaweed and sort of a snout about her and stringy, unkempt hair. She has a sort of polluted, degenerate look about her.
To see.
Yeah.
Slimy scales and seaweed, sort of emaciated, glassy, lifeless eyes, still seething with hatred. That's a funny trick.
Awesome.
The really big problem is in that appearance, which requires everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to go really well. Maybe she has a heart of gold.
Wait, let's cut it out and sell it.
18.
You know, funny you put it that way.
Whoa. Dang. Well, whatever it is, Saphira's
Not
okay.
natural. Yeah. That wasn't a nat, but
Okay, let's see. We have
a
12,
minute.
12, 20, 16,
Oh, that's
15.
right. You're proficient in it.
Who hasn't rolled yet? Let's see. We have one from Coy,
John
Emmy,
hasn't.
James. Oh yeah, John. What's your wisdom
Here's what I
save?
rolled. Go on, guess. I'll give you one guess.
4?
4.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh no.
Change that die.
Oh my god, go get a new die, John. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that one needs to go into
You
dice now.
should not have a shortage in your apartment.
But what if he just got all the bad luck out now, and now it's ready to start rolling really good?
Here's the problem. John would be the only one to miss the wisdom saving throw,
Oh god.
which means that this thing's appearance has gotten to him in a very deep and terrible way.
Whoa.
Okay, let me hear what Dave
Hold on.
You know the bad news.
Okay, the bad news is, John, this thing's appearance has very badly put you off. You are frightened for the next minute.
Oh great.
Oh
10
shit.
rounds.
Now, frightened status. Now, what does that do exactly?
Yeah,
I have disadvantage on pretty much everything.
I believe so, but let me resort to the.
Already a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, you've had luck disadvantage for a while. Now you've got some mechanical disadvantage to go with it. That is problematic. Frightened.
Hooray.
Yeah, resorting to this GM screen at last. Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear was within line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear. You know, there is good news in the fact that Thagak was the only one that failed that save.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to roll for one other person.
Walter.
Walter. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, and Walter also gets that sort of the blood draining out of his face, and yeah, she comes out of the brush, makes her appearance.
Ta-da!
And oh boy, she can do that.
That sounds bad.
Oh, but he made that. Stop. Please destroy her.
Wait, who said that?
That was Walter.
All right.
So at some level that very few of you are able to appreciate, shit just done gotten real, yo.
Awesome.
So we begin at Warren, who wasn't knocked over by the seahorse, but it was maybe a near thing. He also took quite a clobbering.
I'll let you.
Okay, Warren going after the seahorse. Taking aim. So you're going to roll with advantage next round. This is a pretty big round. Okay, still using the bow. Okay, you're just lining up the shot better so you can hit better next round. Oh, nope, there it is. And yeah, that'll hit. Roll me some of that damage. Ooch. Yeah, Warren cuts deeply into the phantasm. He sort of charges back up to it and gives it a sound thrashing. We come to Tess next.
All right. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to intimidate this particular person.
Not going to try participating. The what?
The sea hag, whatever.
There we go. Yes.
I think someone else said it. I am just going to straight up rage and attack as one.
Yeah.
In my favorite reckless manner, because it's fun to be reckless.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
I know that eventually I have an aura I can do, but have I not gotten that yet? Is that a higher level thing?
I'm not sure if you've gotten it yet or not.
Okay.
James has your
Because
handy.
I'm asking that
I
because
did not have that yet.
Okay, never mind. Because if I did, I would want to stay close to Tess. But never mind. Sorry, James.
So, I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20 total
I
or
rolled
natural?
a 20. Natural 20. I wouldn't have said so otherwise.
You
I would
did-
say I.
You did get a natural 20?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Okay, you're going to double your dice on this. Keep the same
Heck
modifiers,
yes.
and you're attacking the sea hag.
Yeah, I kind of rolled butt and did 10 damage.
10 damage is still leaves her with less than she started with, and that is a good thing in this case.
All right then.
Saria, continuing to keep the seahorse busy,
Yeah.
as it seems to be interested in polite conversation.
Yes. I will tell it about creatures that I have been around and helped and things like that. And
That's useful.
I'm going to I'm going to also explain to the seahorse that a lot of these creatures, while they drink water and have to have water to live, cannot live underwater. They do not breathe water. Too much water would kill them. And in fact, too much water would kill me.
Oh, don't tell them that.
Well, I don't think the seahorse is evil.
Doesn't seem to be. You're engaging it in polite conversation. It seems interested.
Yes.
The paladin's auras, there's an aura of protection, which is bonus to saving throws. That's at level 6, and the courage one is at level 10.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
a ways off, but it's still attainable.
Mm.
So let's see. Walter is going to try throwing his harpoon at the sea hag. He's some distance away, but he's rolling with disadvantage, and neither roll was particularly good. I think he rolled below butt. Actually, no. Technically, I guess he did roll butt.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, he throws his harpoon. It goes kind of wide and long, and doesn't really get anywhere it needs to. Jilly.
Hey.
Hello
I'm
again.
gonna put this lady on ice.
Putting which on ice?
Exactly. Ta-da!
He says he's attacking the sea hag.
Right.
I rolled a 14 to hit. I'm not sure.
14 on the sea hag. Just hits.
7 damage.
7 damage?
Yep. Start making a sea whipsicle.
And she says in response to that, "Oh, you will pay. So many sources of leather to choose from."
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time Saphir gets it, and he's just like,
Oh, speaking of Saphir, it's his turn. Shu?
I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, honestly, mostly because Walter told me to.
Mm-hmm.
And like I trust him to know what's up. So that's 18 plus 7.
25 hits.
Yep. And then let's see what my damage is really quick. Plus 5, so 6 plus 5.
11.
Yeah.
Taking her down to that.
Mm-hmm.
So she was looking messed up before because she was just nothing really good to look at. But now she is looking increasingly messed up now.
All right, yay.
Yeah. He's no longer in the fight, so we'll just pull his marker out of the way.
Who's no longer in the fight?
Curteste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he turned out to be a real drip.
Yeah. Total wet blanket on the party. We still have one seahorse up that is going to try charging. Well, let's see. We've had a shot at Warren. This time it's going to charge at Chili. But I don't think 11 is going to hit Jilly.
I don't think so either. Let me...
Pretty sure you're 12 or 13.
I think I'm 13 because I have a decent dex, but let me look.
Yeah.
Defenses.
Oh, I always forget my scales. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Right. and the other seahorses over by Saria. Goats, you say?
Yes. I love that they're just like, ooh, tell me more.
I know. I find it hilarious that all you guys are fighting, and I'm just over here having this civilized conversation with the seahorse about animals.
No, that's great, though. I love it.
It's the kind of situation where Hedley Lamar would be coming out of the bathroom, looking around and saying, I'm just going right back in. Yeah. Blazing Saddles reference still strangely fits.
Yeah.
We're down to Thagak now.
Blazing Saddles is timeless.
Okay, well.
Okay. Thagak cannot approach the hag.
The most menacing of the two seahorses, I'm going to throw a vicious mockery at him, which would sound more impressive if my voice weren't breaking.
Okay, here's the problem. Okay, actually, the vicious mockery would work. The sea hag is actually close enough to the seahorse you cannot approach the seahorse, and that's what I was going to say, since I don't have a map in front of me. However, vicious mockery will work. So go on, mock that seahorse.
Well, yeah, I believe that means it gets a wisdom save.
What are you saying to mock it, by the way?
Yeah, no.
Just to put some color into this.
I'm saying. Basically, I'm saying. Nothing impressive about you. I think you're all wet. Or no, okay, I'm a little off my stride. It's hard to be really no, you know what? I told his mother was a chum bucket. Yes. Your mother was a chum bucket and your father was left out of the sun way too long.
Yeah, he sort of looks at you confused and mutters something that Saria can kind of hear as, That doesn't even make sense. He made a save.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the sea hag looks around, and
Well,
any humanoid that starts its turn within 30 feet of the hag and can see the hag's true form, which she's not hiding right now,
Right.
needs to make the wisdom save.
So we all need to do it then?
Everyone who isn't already afraid.
Awesome!
Fortunately, you don't need a whole lot, but you do need some.
this isn't even my true form.
Okay, Saphira's safe.
Yay.
Tess is safe.
I ain't scared.
I wonder if that's because, like, I've seen one of these before, because I spent a lot of time on the sea. So.
I'm reminded of a salad that went bad once.
Soria is safe, and Soria might not even be within the 30 feet, as she's off to the side, occupying a seahorse.
True, but either way, I'm safe. So if that bitch comes near me, like,
Lauren is also safe.
Like basically, she comes near me and is like, and I'm just like, I've seen worse.
You know who I haven't seen a roll from yet? Jilly.
Yeah, what about Walter? What is Walter doing?
Natural 20.
Jilly made her save. I believe that is
I let
everybody.
out a dragon roar for flavor.
What do driving roars taste like, anyway?
Let's see.
And with prestidigitation, it actually sounds like a dragon roar.
Yeah, I'm not okay. Actually, I'm not going to worry about this until the next turn. But it's any humanoid that starts its turn within 30 feet. So you should be making these individually on your turn. We're going to count this as okay for the turn because nobody's been affected, and of the two that are already affected, the sea hag is going to glare menacingly at Walter again.
Poor dude.
She doesn't seem to be affecting him. But he doesn't seem happy to have her attention, let's put it that way. Warren again.
Your turn.
Hunter, you are most resilient. My gaze should have had you flopping on the deck already. Making you wonder what that's about, probably.
Wait,
Unless
who did she say that to?
She was saying that to Warren.
Oh, nice.
Hunter, you are most resilient. My gaze should have had you flopping on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Warren hits. I'm guessing he's going after the seahorse again. This was at the seahorse, yes, Coy? All right. Give me some damage. Another 12 points. That takes out the seahorse.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next we need... oh, okay. The seahorse, that seahorse is dealt with. If you don't consider the one Saria is talking with a threat, and Saria doesn't seem to think so, you only have one target left. Tess?
Well, the sea hag thinks she's all that, and I'm going to prove otherwise. Attacking recklessly as normal. What is that? Does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Okay. That is 11 damage. I actually rolled over with a non-critical hit.
11 damage to the sea hag. Well,
Yes.
she's looking very unhappy now.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Saria, occupying the seahorse.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about anything in particular?
Yeah, I'd probably ask about, well, if the seahorse has had its fill of animals up here, then I would ask about its environment and if it has a family and things like that.
I haven't found the lucky girl yet to fill me with her eggs.
Wait, what?
Seahorses.
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 Oh,
The men carry the eggs. So cute.
that's adorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in these circumstances, it's strangely no less adorable.
Right?
There is a woman thing over there trying to scare people to death.
Yep.
And there's Saria and an 8-foot tall seahorse, which is nibbling on a bush and saying, I think this is a bit too fibrous.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our plants up here probably aren't very good for your digestive system, come to think of it.
Well, I can still taste. Jilly.
Right. Can you tell your friend to attack the sea hag? And furthermore, zap
Zapping the sea hag or the seahorse?
the hag.
Sea hag.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say, don't you attack my seahorse right now.
Oh my god. Natural 20 again, and I rolled a 9 for damage.
Another 9 points of damage on the sea hag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, she is very hurting. And we come to, yeah, you frost her up some more, and we come to Saphir's turn.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Wow.
Plus 7. So 27 to hit. And I doubled damage, right?
Well, you double the dice. Add your normal
Yep.
add your normal bonus.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Let's see. 10 and 9. So that's 19 plus 5.
24 points of damage. So you take this one last murderous swing at
I
the
just want to be
hag.
like, all right, brother. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and with that massive swing, she goes down with a sort of wet splut. It sort of half deflates as she does so.
Oh,
This
man.
one did not dissolve like the phantasms.
Oh, jeez. So it's actually dead.
So that is an actual dead sea hag.
And meanwhile, Jilly's probably just like,
Yeah, she didn't have time to look away.
oh, sorry, Jilly.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I was really hoping that would happen.
Yeah, and on its turn, now that the both of them are down,
Same.
that one phantasmal seahorse talking to Saria says, "Uh-oh, I think it's happening. I need to go back where I came from. Come by my place, I'll try to find you."
I will try to do that.
And the seahorse goes whoop, and it is gone.
Turns back into a pumpkin.
Huh.
Think it's happening.
Anyway, you have a scene of some small carnage there because
Yeah, so I
two
kind of like,
seahorses.
I kind of turn and look back at the others. Like I kind of look around.
And yeah, their fighting has just stopped.
Yeah, I kind of look at the sea hag and go, well, I think you guys did a very good job.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
Great
seriously.
about you.
Covered in like gross sea hag gore, and it's just like.
And I also say, as I come back
Thanks.
down to you guys, I say, that seahorse was rather nice.
Well,
Okay.
right.
Did you make a new friend?
I think I did. I hope he finds a good lady to put her eggs into him.
And with that, after the seahorse disappears,
A sea mare.
the seahorse. Well, nope, male.
He's looking for a sea mare.
Yeah, he's looking for a sea mare.
And the sky overhead, the wind dies down. There are some final greenish crackles of lightning between the clouds as they start dissolving into a normal, cloudy, blue night.
Oh.
Well,
The scene is once again quite peaceful. Except, of course, for the dead body.
Right.
Well, dead bodies.
Right.
well, just, is the rain tapering off?
The rain is tapering off.
Good. That sounds good.
And Walter says, yeah, once the hag gets the fear into you, she can strike you dead with a look. I think she was trying that on me.
Well, I'm glad to see that she didn't succeed.
I'm glad to see that too.
That would be a
Is that
terrible way to
Walter?
die.
That was Walter.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a hug. 'Cause he seems
Sorry,
like he
we'll do
needs
a
it.
little awkward there, Pat.
Yeah. I love that idea that he gets scooped up to this big soldier hug, and then there's just this little like pat pat pat.
Yeah, from this little like druid.
I'm sorry for your discomfort, Pat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sorry is adorable.
Like, I'm not good with this, but
she's so awkward. I love
yeah,
it.
there. Yeah, here's some humanoid emotion. thingy.
Oh my God.
After a little bit, Walter and Thagak both recover their composure. The frightened state ends, and Walter can finally say, I don't think it's over yet. Curtista is still looking for something. He's still in the area. He is not going to rest until we find him.
What do
This
we
was
do?
a strange early move. Well, we look around. I still believe he is around here somewhere.
Well, I look and see if the puddle has trickled away.
Well, the puddle has just sort of dispersed in every direction in the rain.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So we need to find him then.
Mm-hmm. And if you're looking for a direction of dispersal for a puddle on a hill, my first guess would be downhill.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I believe, we're kind of running over a little bit right now, so I feel the need to stop broadcast. Over the course of the next week, I will assign experience and post what things you have found on the 3 bodies you have to loot.
Yay.
How's that?
Okay, so see you next week, everybody, I hope.
Yeah.